Braden, I watched an anime.
What anime did you watch, Chaz?
I watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventures first season.
Nani?
Nani? Desu ka? So,
Nani?
little backstory on this is that Braden actually showed me this anime during COVID. Like I said, when the world's falling apart.
I forgot I introduced it to you.
You did. Like, I knew about it, but I'd never actually watched it.
It's a classic anime, so.
And we watched the the first story arc in the first season, which covers
you and Miranda,
Jonathan, Joestar. What?
You and Miranda?
Just me. This is because I had watched the first season with you, and I knew I kind of wanted to start covering
Phantom Blood, right?
Yes, the Phantom Blood.
Phantom Blood, and then you finish Battle Tendency.
And I finally, because I remember when
Battle
we watched it.
Great, isn't it?
I tried watching Battle Tendency at that point in time, and I just couldn't get into it. But it wasn't for lack of liking it. I don't know. We were doing a lot of stuff back then.
That's why I stand by, even though I think Phantom Blood is the weakest arc of the rest of the JoJo's, I stand by, you need to watch it to have, it's the shortest, you need to watch it to have the context to appreciate the rest of it. Because I went into JoJo completely blind. The only thing I knew about JoJo's was that there were stands, and then I was watching the first movie, and it's about fucking vampires and Hamon, and I'm like, this is nothing like what people described it to me. When are the stands going to come in?
And I don't know dick about the stands. We're in a very different situation. All I know about it now is the series.
It becomes a completely different series at season 3, and
that's what I've heard.
It's way better for it.
And I've been enjoying
the crazy thing
what the first two presented. I really did.
It's amazing that a series can just completely change up its battle system completely.
Especially
it's a
after
new one.
Introducing and taking 26 episodes of working with Hamon and why that's an important energy.
And I do understand, looking at it now with how he planned the series to go, why he needed to change the battle system, because Hamon is cool and I liked Hamon, but it's
so they don't the stands aren't there's no connection to Hamon from this point forward. That's the most intriguing part to me, is just to be how is this thing that is the most important thing in these first
completely goes away,
gone entirely?
Actually, that's not true. In season 3, it does come up again.
Okay, I feel like you gotta at least transition it out. Fuck,
season 3 comes up again. It's been
the main energy source.
I can't remember if it is in season 4. But I will say the only character going forward after season 2 who uses Hamon is Joseph.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Joseph is I won't spoil it, but
yeah, don't go any farther than season 2, or season 1's part 2.
I will say you need to watch part 3. Part 3 is a universal favorite. It's many people's favorite arc. My personal favorite is
pretty
long
part 4. Episode wise.
Season 3 is long. Stardust Crusaders. It is a crusade, so it's a journey that you're gonna go on with them. But
that's
it's
cool though. I'm ready for that. Yeah, because it's kind of crazy how much they cram into 26 episodes.
Season 3 is a full-on adventure with a monster of the week type format, where they fight a new stand user and get into a new creative battle each time. That's what I love about JoJo's, is that all the battles
it's very strategy based.
It's very cerebral. Wanted to use that vocab word.
Yeah, no, it's good.
But yeah, it's very they beat their opponent with their brain, not necessarily their power.
To the extreme, and I don't know where things go in the later seasons, but I know with at least, because I rewatched some of Phantom Blood. I remembered most of it from our watching, but I did rewatch some of it to refresh myself before I sat through the rest of it. I don't know. I think it covers a lot. I mean, it covers a lot of ground. I get why it's only 9. It's 9 episodes, and then the second part is roughly 17 episodes. So there's more to it.
Here is my issue with it was I went into it completely blind, except stands. Like I knew that stands were in it, and I was waiting for the stands to show up. So that kind of colored my perception of season 1 a little bit, because when I was first watching it, I was like, this doesn't sound anything like the show
Am I
I was
watching the
told
right
it
show?
was. Like I
Yeah.
that's
But
I
it's
wasn't
still
even
good. I think
the
that's
thing.
what's good about it. It's like it's still
It
impressive.
was good. It just like wasn't what I started the show to see, because I was like, oh, the stands sound interesting. And then like we're just like talking about vampires in Helmond, and I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. But I was interested, so I kept watching it because I wanted to get to the stands. And I was like, when do the stands show up in the show? Like, is this the same show? And if that's the case, how are they going to introduce stands at this point if they're already introducing this different battle system? So like it intrigued me in that way. And then like it kind of sucked me into the story where like by the end of Phantom Blood, I was like invested in the characters and like Jonathan and Dio and stuff. And like I do like
Jonathan. Because when we watched it, we watched up to that first arc, and I was like, okay, this is pretty good. This is pretty compelling. Well, what I really like about it is like I'm glad I at least also knew it's a comedy series as well. Like it's very it's over the top. It's
supposed to be silly and not.
It's supposed to be
serious.
silly. Yeah. I mean, Speedwagon is ridiculous. How do you have a character with him and not be like, yeah, we're poking at like anime trends? Like we're just.
And he's a recurring character. He sticks through it through multiple parts.
Season 1 and 2, he's in it. Yeah,
I can't remember. I think
he just died. I mean, he like. At the end of season 1, they talk about like the years that people died, and they were like, Speedwagon died of a heart attack. But like he's young in Phantom Blood, and then he's rather older in Battle. What's it called? Battle
Tendency.
Battle Tendency. Yeah, I mean, but he's a great character. But he's over the top as fuck, and it's like these are on purpose. Like I think it does the comedy, at least in the first season, so well. Like it's so. It sounds cheesy, and it's supposed to sound cheesy. Anything that seems too much is there on purpose to make you laugh.
The camp is intentional. It's very campy,
intentional.
And that's entirely intentional.
Anime is good. Anime does these things all the time, and we're shoving it in your face and showing you that even when it's over the top, this shit still rocks.
Yeah. It's called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's bizarre.
It is bizarre, and I don't even think it's gotten as bizarre as I think it. At least now, the first season kind of follows a trend. I mean, I'll be honest. I thought Dio was going to be more involved in the second half at some point, but Battle Tendencies is just them dealing with the Stone Mask Pillar Men, which is fine. Men. But I was like, where's Dio come into all this?
Yeah.
But
Dio.
I know he comes back, but I just didn't know. I thought he'd make an appearance.
Dio is very important to the whole series. Yeah.
I figured. I mean, and I don't have a lot to say tonight about Phantom Blood. We had a great time watching it. There's great characters. There's a great story there. It's very personal. It's very close. You can see that they're kind of opening I mean, they're opening the world a bit in Battle Tendencies with like more people. Yeah. It's less contained, and then from the way you make it sound with the third season, they open it up a great more. So
it's interesting. Yeah, like part 1, like I said, I think it's the weakest part, but it's still good, and like you really appreciate it by the end, and it is integral. Like you technically don't need to see the other parts to like watch a part and understand what's going on, but like that is like Phantom Blood is the bedrock of this series, and like it does a lot of times in the other parts like reference or go back to Dio and Jonathan and like their original feud.
It's like Doctor Who in that sort of way, where like you can hop in at any time, but there are going to be references that.
And I thought Jonathan was boring at first, but comparing him to the rest of the JoJo's, I do appreciate him now, because like that's another cool thing about this series is that like each main JoJo is a completely unique character, and like they don't have many similarities, and like they have to lead a whole season.
Yeah.
And that's like pretty hard to do. Like you're creating a new likable protagonist each season. Like that's a difficult thing to
Yeah.
do.
And it works, and like in a way that their personalities are so different, but they still have to be likable. Like Jonathan and Joseph, personality wise, no
Very different.
similarities, no
Yeah.
similarities whatsoever. They're just both big, ripped. They have the same hair ish sort of
I
look.
do love like that's something we haven't mentioned, but like the body
The over the top
styles,
body, yeah,
people
and the way they
constantly
like stand.
talk about the homoeroticism
Yeah,
of it. It's
yeah,
just like very very muscular men in
yeah.
like like crazy fabulous
Well,
poses.
it's just more of the parody that it's already doing of this, because like this was written in like the late '80s, early '90s started. So like
Yeah,
you're seeing things like Dragon Ball and like other animes are doing these big, larger than life characters. It's just this guy was like, let's parody it a bit,
like they're
and
so larger. Like
yeah,
it's so funny. I can't wait till you
ridiculously
start
ripped.
Stardust Crusaders and you meet
I'm really
Josuke.
looking forward to starting it. Josuke.
Josuke is 16 years old and he looks exactly like Jonathan and Joseph with the
Right, of
muscles.
course.
And they're just
Yeah,
like,
no
this is
doubt.
a 16-year-old child.
I mean, still at the end of this is full
It's just,
spoilers, but at the end of Battle Tendencies, Jonathan's dead, or Joseph is dead, and they have a grave. He was only 19. I was like, this motherfucker was 19
yeah.
years old. Jesus.
Also, also I misspoke. It's Jotaro in the third
Jotaro.
season.
Okay, yeah.
Josuke is part 4.
Josuke.
Josuke is my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm interested.
Part
Like I
4 is
said,
my favorite.
I'm in. I'm going to be following this series a lot farther. We didn't do
Part
a
2,
good job of explaining what it even is
no.
to
It's
anybody
hard to
that's new
explain
to
what
it.
it even is.
It is hard to explain what it even is.
So JoJo's Bizarre Adventure
You're the one that can do it if either of us can.
is a story that takes place across generations. Each part that we've been mentioning follows a different character that is named JoJo. They're all named JoJo and they are all related. And they're usually direct descendants of each other. But
And like they have their last name is Jotaro, so their first name is Joe something. They're not all individually first name JoJo. They just,
their last name's Joestar.
so why not just take the Joe and sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
adopt the
but
nickname.
it's all they all have J names that they can fit into the nickname JoJo. So Jonathan Joestar, Joseph Joestar, Josuke, or Jotaro Joestar, Josuke Joestar.
You know what? I like what see. Here's what I like what you're saying to me, because it just dawned on me. So the season that I just finished ended with Joseph being mad that his kid or his grandkid went and married some Japanese kid, and it's like that's how he gets the Japanese name. He's Japanese.
Yeah,
Like you start in
they bring
England,
they bring
they
it to
bring it
Japan
around.
eventually.
Yeah,
Part 4 takes place in Japan.
that's great.
Yeah,
That's great. I think if you're gonna do this type of series, not only do you got to have those time jumps, but it's cool to jump around and give reasons why that works.
yeah. And I started. Well, I have seen Part 5. I will say, I think Part 5 is also one of the weaker parts, but I
Is that
do
the
still
ocean
like
one
that.
with the
Is
girl?
no, that's Part 6, Stone Ocean.
Mm-hmm.
I never finished Stone Ocean. I started it, but I never finished it, so I don't really know how good it is. I remember
There's another one
having
starting sometime this year, so that's kind of
yeah,
why I'm like,
I remember struggling to get into Stone Ocean. Part 5 was good, but it was disappointing in the end. Part
that's
5
the
is the
thing.
Mafia one.
That's the thing too. Like so the cool thing about this show is because it's kind of parody-ish, I don't hold a lot of stock into like how good the story, because like story-wise, do I think the way that the first season went is like exceptional storytelling? No, but it was fun. It's animated really nice. The way they changed the colors are really fun. The music's good. There's a lot of good going on there, but it's just like, yeah, they beat the vampires. They sent the one to
Yeah,
space.
yeah, very generic enemy, generic thing. Although with
Didn't
Dio,
matter to me though. I
they
still
do a
liked the
good
end.
job of building him up.
I guess you'd have to with Dio.
He's a good antagonist. Like he's, like I said, pretty integral to the series.
Yeah, and he keeps popping up. It's same Dio. Where it's different JoJo's, it's the same Dio.
So I will say he is a very important part of part 3.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think I am going to get right to it because the end of season 2 picks up like kind of where the beginning of season 3 is going to be. It's years later. Joseph's an old man, and they showed the new guy in like a prison cell or something. So I am pretty ready to probably jump on that.
I'm interested to see what you'll think of Jotaro because he's, like I said, a very different personality.
I'm interested to see how I'm going to feel about the whole series because right now, like, what I've gotten is like kind of generic anime, but because it's a parody, it's better than what it could just be. Because let's face it, Phantom Blood, though good and is the bedrock, it's just, new magic system, bad guys fight good guys story. And then season 2 is like, here's us building on that. Lisa is Joseph's mother. There's crazy twists, but nothing like world shattering. It's just a fun romp. But I'm
Battle
excited
Tendency was very fun. Like that is one of my faves that like I do want to rewatch it. Like even though there's no stands, like it's just Joseph is one of my favorite.
He's fun.
Joe
He's
stars.
A fun main character. He's voiced by Number One from Codename Kids Next Door.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean it's the same voice. I mean that guy does like a billion.
Actually, that
characters.
makes sense. I thought I recognized that voice.
I mean he's in everything, but like that's one that's like very distinct. So hearing him talk, like being this ladies' man, dude, I think one of his funniest lines is like after they save the bitch that he ends up marrying, they like save her from that invader thing in her body, and she has all those scars, and he's just like, hey, clean up those scars by the next time I see you, and we'll, maybe we'll get together. And it's just like, he just says shit like that. Like, this is really fun guy to listen to. And because the show's not very serious at that point, you can buy into, like, a guy being like that character. I enjoyed, what's his face, the grandson of the dude from the first season. I'm blanking on names here.
The grandson of the dude from the
He's
first
like the
season.
other dude. Hold on, I'll get it. Caesar. So Caesar's fun.
Caesar,
I was surprised he died as early on as he did. I thought he had a good... Like, I was like, oh my god, is Caesar going to beat this Wamu guy that we have the deal with?
That's another
We're jumping all over this
thing.
series. This is full spoiler jumping around talking about things. Yeah.
I don't know. I do say that's just another fun aspect about this series is the way they kill off characters is that like it's very sudden. They'll kill off like important main characters that you did not think they would kill off, and then like there's been times
sometimes
they'll
like, come back. They made it seem like Speedwagon was dead at the beginning of season 2, but he wasn't.
They do both fake out deaths and real deaths, and you won't be able to tell the difference until like time has passed.
Right, yeah, the fake out deaths are just like when Lisa's it's like the end couple episodes of the season and she's getting like killed by the leader of the vampires. I was like, oh my god, they just straight up killed this bitch. They didn't, but it looked like they did. And you're never really sure because everybody's got a strategy up their sleeve. So you're like, is she going to undo this? Is he going to undo this? It's constantly in a very parody anime form. People just being like, aha, aha, aha.
Well, I think I've heard it best described as like JoJo's fighting system is like when you played like soldier or like played fighting games or whatever, like pretend imaginary fighting games as a kid. Where like, well, I shot you with my pistol. Well, you didn't shoot me because I have a shield. Well, my pistol actually bursts through your shield because it has special bullets that go through. Well, my shield actually has special countermeasures that like it's just like like they're just making this.
There's
like,
always something
trick. I mean, like ace up their sleeve every time.
Dude, talk about like a show that's also able to make likable characters out of like some people. Like, okay, so Stroheim, the fucking German guy, the Nazi that you're like, this guy sucks. You are rooting for him. He's actually a great character. He comes back, he blows himself up. So when he shows back up, you're like, what? And he's a robot.
Yeah, he's
and
a
you're like,
hybrid robot,
whatever.
yeah.
Oh my god! And like
What's
the one
these are
vampire.
spoilers, but it's so all over the place that
it
you're not
sounds
gonna
insane. It
be
sounds
fucked
insane.
up by it. That like you can still watch this and you're not
I
gonna
did
remember
not think
this
I was
because
gonna like Stroheim.
a lot of stuff happens in the series.
Yeah, and you just roll with it.
Yeah,
You
there is
kind
a
of have to.
Nazi. There is a Nazi. He is a full-on Nazi.
Full on
That
Nazi.
they
And
become
that's kind of what makes him
they're not
endearing.
like friends with him, but they are kind of like begrudging
They work
allies.
together. Yeah,
they work together.
By the end, they're basically
I will say
buds.
at this point as well, this is like 1938, 1939.
Yeah, full Nazi.
Most people, but still at this point, most people were just like, the Nazis are just like a radical political party. They're not like, they haven't been associated with like the Holocaust or anything at this point yet. So
That's
like
fair.
we can kind of forgive it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, and that's the thing. They present him as this really like determined. The first Pillar Man that they're trying to fight, he's just like, he wants to save his country, so he'll do everything in his power to stop it.
He's genuine. That like we're gonna
a genuine guy. I
kill
mean,
this threat. Yeah,
yeah, he's doing it for Hitler, but I mean, he cares.
Right. It's just,
and he's great.
Conflicting.
I mean, he lives longer than Caesar. Caesar dies, gives his hormone away to Joseph, but like von Stroheim is there at the end. Von Stroheim builds Joseph a new arm.
Cyborg ass self.
And like, why at that point when he shows up? Because first he shows up and you're like, how is this guy alive? He blew himself up, and then it's like he's a robot, and it's like, okay,
he's a mecha Nazi.
Why not? Why not? Like, there's a lot of why nots in this series, and where other shows you could say like, you hate that. I'm like, no, this is the tone of this series makes whatever, like the crazy shit that happens.
Plus, it sets itself up to be that, so it's forgivable because it's supposed to be ridiculous. It's called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and it never explains the title, but once you watch the series, you get the title.
Yeah. And I'm excited to get into the series a little more to see, because it's like, it's popular. Like, I'm assuming the story must pop off, because like story wise, that first season's, it's nothing special. We've already said this, but like, it's nothing too crazy. The villains are like whatever, other than Dio. Like the 3 Pillar Men are like, they're just strong, but we don't care much about them. I'm assuming the show evolves into like story wise much richer.
Yeah. It expands.
I bet. I mean, even Dragon Ball started goofy, but
no, it definitely expands. There's a lot.
It never stops being funny, right? It keeps that over the top.
No, it's always
never
funny.
takes
it's always
itself
comedic.
serious. Do you always get like a Speedwagon type of character that's always just like, there's nothing we can ever do, JoJo. Like he's ready for the end of the world every fucking scene he's in. I remember us talking about him when we first watched it, and I still like, he just came back with more.
He's a great character. He's a beloved character in like the actual fandom as well.
Like, he loses to Joe or Jonathan in a fight once, and he's just like, I will die for this family, for this whole fucking family. It's ridiculous.
And he does. He starts a company to support them past his death.
Yeah, that's fair.
He loves them. He loves that he got beaten in that fight.
In the back alley of some fucking street brawl in London or some shit. Like, it's ridiculous.
He had those razor blade top hat things.
And you know, he meets Jonathan, or he meets Jonathan's dad for like 10 minutes before this motherfucker dies, and he's just like, I know a good family when I see one, and you're just like, why not?
I'm going to dedicate my life to
my life. I'm not gonna fuck his wife after he dies. I'm just gonna take care of them.
It's gonna literally be the perfect ally,
the perfect bro. For sure.
No ulterior motive. I just love them. I just want them to do well.
And I don't want them to die. I love them. I know they're the best. But in every scennario, I don't think they're going to make it out alive. And I'm going to vocally let them
lack
know
of faith in their skills. Yeah.
Yeah. He's constantly just like, there's nothing you can do, JoJo.
Every time JoJo's like, I got something to do.
Every
There's
time.
something we could do.
Yeah, dude, he was falling from space at the end, and I was like, how does he live? And it's just like, I fell into the water, and they found me, and they fixed me. What are you talking about? I was, I'm a big fan. And I watched it dubbed. Like I said, like, I don't know if I'd really follow the humor as much if I heard it in Japanese, because I need to hear people kind of talking over the toppy that I understand.
So
No pun intended. Stands.
I think I watched part 1 and part 2 dubbed, and then part 3 there wasn't a dub out yet, so I watched part 3 and part 4 subbed, and I kind of like it that way because I think the dub for part 1 and part 2 are very good, but I think the sub for part 3 and part 4, like the Japanese voice actors, are very, like, I'm used to their voices being.
If you start it that way, I think I'm just gonna start it in English because, like, anymore, that's just how I like to. This was a good show to, like, it was easy to play Final Fantasy, or not Final Fantasy, god damn it, Dragon Quest, because that Dragon Quest is not really, at least 3, you're not really focused on, so I could watch it and play a game at the same time.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do that if I was listening to it in Japanese. But yeah, I don't know if this show is for everybody, but I think if you're down for the humor of it and you at least know anime and kind of its campiness,
it's definitely an acquired taste.
Yeah,
I couldn't show Kaylee it.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's not something that people that don't like anime already are gonna get into. You kind of have to have an affinity for it, or at least understand it, to get what's going on here.
Yeah.
To at least understand. Otherwise, you could watch it and be like, "What the fuck is all?" Like, they're constantly talking context and describing
to understand
things.
That, like, you're supposed to be like, "What the fuck?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So no spoilers going forward. So, like, do vampires continue to be kind of like the enemy, or is there, like, more to it than that? I mean, assume Dio is always going to be a vampire. That's clearly what makes him immortal.
They aren't the main focus anymore. Stand users become the main focus, which they're a different thing entirely. However, they do still sometimes show up from time to time.
Okay.
They're just not the main focus, but, like, they still remind you every once in a while, like, oh yeah, vampires are still a thing. But yeah, no, they don't focus on vampires anymore. It's about stands. It becomes about stand users.
And Stardust Crusaders it takes place in the 80s, whereas it was the 1800s with Jonathan, and it's 1939, I think, with Joseph.
Yes.
I don't know if we dropped that up front, but, like, takes place on.
Oh yeah, the time periods. Yeah, Jonathan is the 1800s. Joseph is 1930s. So, like we said, like 1938, 1939.
Yeah, big jump though between 1939 and then again to 1980 something. Like, where does the 4th season take place? Like, at what point are we getting close to, like,
fourth season takes place in the 90s.
Okay.
So it's less of a jump then.
Sure. Okay. And then 2000.
So so Joseph in part 3, but he's obviously old.
Yes. Yeah, they showed him old, which I like. I liked the voice actor that did him, like, older. Like, it sounded like even though it was a different voice actor, it was like,
old Joseph.
He still has his, like, jargon in the way he speaks.
Oh, that's the thing. Old Joseph is still fun because he's, like, still Joseph, but he's he's a different character because he's older now. He's got 50 years more experience. And so, like, that's interesting to see how he acts as, like, an old guy with, like, that kind of personality.
Yeah. I do think by the next time that we record, I will probably I'm gonna keep watching. So I'd like to say I'll have season 3 done. It's a little long, or season 2 done. Stardust Crusaders. It's a little longer, so maybe, but I do plan on continuing this adventure. I think it's just pretty to look at too. Like, despite take away everything we've talked about, just it's animated very nicely. I think it was smart to wait on a series that came out in, like, the 80s to animate now, because, like, it really thrives on the way. Yeah, like, the colors are good, the changing of the colors. I love that, like, depending on the lighting in the room, like, whole colors could be different. The battle scenes are very it's reached that post Attack on Titan era animation style, so like battle sequences are just really well choreographed in it. Very fun, and I'm curious to see how the stands kind of come into play and just all of that. I'm really curious. And I don't know anything. I don't know any characters. I wonder, like, I can't wait till I meet my next Speedwagon.
Yeah, I won't tell you. You'll get those types of characters. Those are definitely in the future. There's a lot of good characters on the horizon.
Yeah,
I already spoiled who the next JoJo's going to be with Jotaro, but
that's fine.
I am interested to see your what your thoughts on him are going to be.
Yeah,
because it's always interesting transitioning to a new JoJo, because it's like you have to get used to a whole new protagonist, and they're
same thing with the Doctor.
Yeah, they're all completely different from one another, and like it's like Jotaro is the same thing, or like he's very different from Joseph and Jonathan somehow.
Yeah. And I think that's. I feel bad. I haven't said the name of the guy that even writes this shit, but I mean, I think he does a good job for a series that's been going on since the 80s, and he's constantly changing characters. What's his name?
Araki. I forget his first name, but his last name's Araki.
Okay.
I think.
We'll go with that. Yeah, hell, I might even still watch an episode just the way season 2 ended, or season 1 ended. I hate calling it season 1 because it's 2 different parts. But the way the season ended, I was like, man, I really do want to just start this next section right away. But I waited. I didn't want to go too far.
Yeah, I'm very excited for your thoughts on Stardust Crusaders.
Yeah, me too. Nobody's more excited than me. Just because, like, I put this off because I remember, like, before you showed it to me, I knew about it. I didn't care for it. And you were like, let's watch it. And it was COVID, so it was like, whatever. And I actually got really into it. I remember us, like, joking around about what a G-Unit Speedwagon is back then. And it stuck with, like, I remember being surprised by how much I liked it. But I just, when it transitioned to new characters all of a sudden, I was like, I'll get to this.
It's always tough, yeah.
And then last week I was like,
practice with liking the Doctor.
Yes, I do. Yes, that's something that's changed now. I didn't watch that back then. And now it's one of my favorite shows. So, yeah, I'm probably going to keep just trucking along with this because I'm not really watching anything else. I mean, I'm watching other things, but like nothing that's like done and has a fuck ton of episodes that I can just binge. I'm not binging anything right now.
Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those shows with the way the characters switch where it has that tendency where like
battle tendency
where like each time it introduces a new JoJo, it's like that one becomes your favorite JoJo. And it's definitely recency bias. And like it didn't take me until like part 5 until I realized like, yeah, part 4 JoJo is my favorite JoJo.
Okay.
But like it was tough to decide between them all because they all had great traits.
You liked them so much. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. I think I think that Joseph, if he was a person in real life, I wouldn't care for him, but because he is who he is in this show, I think he's funny as fuck and I love following him. And honestly, if I play a D&D campaign, I want to be a character that like acts like him. I love that he's like very into himself, but like very confident. He's a very confident
and like
character.
Has a like can back it up. Like he's confident because he does have it handled. Like he does have a plan.
Yeah. He really does. Even when he doesn't, he'll admit like, I didn't. It was just lucky, but hey, I'm rolling with it.
Yeah. He's a trickster. He's the trickster Joseph.
Yeah.
Or JoJo.
Yeah. He's a trickster, that Joseph. Yeah. So I'm in. I mean, I'm in. I was already kind of in, but like COVID was 6 years ago, so I had to catch up. But I think now I am in. Well, my original plan was to watch 2 Stardust Crusaders because I thought like all the stories would have like not as many episodes, but then I was like, oh fuck, that has like 50 episodes itself. I'm not getting that done in a week. But it was easy to do this. I was just like, I just have to watch 4 episodes a day, and I'm into it, so that's pretty easy.
Yeah, and they kind of they go by quick. Like
they do go by very quickly.
Pretty manageable. Stories, especially with like season 2, the pacing gets better where it's like
I think the new season of it's supposed to be coming out maybe in the next couple months. I'd love to watch that as it airs, but I don't know if I'll be able to get through all of it. My autism cycle is gonna cycle out of this before I know it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Season 3 is pretty easy to get into. It adopts the Monster of a Week format, where it's just like, who's the new stand user, and then like you learn how stands work.
That's a good way to do it when you're resetting your magic system and just world entirely anyway.
It's cool. You fall in love with your main character stand, and their allies will have stands, and it's cool to see how they find new ways to use them.
I'm excited. I don't know. It's later than I thought, so I might not watch one tonight, but I definitely would probably watch one in the morning, maybe more than one. Yeah.
Tell me what you think.
I probably will. I'll probably text you as soon as I cover a good chunk of it, get a real idea of it. But yeah, I would. So yeah, to end my thoughts on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, at least season 1, quality anime. If you're into anime, I don't think if you're not into anime, this is for you. But if you are,
if you've never seen an anime before, I would not recommend this anime to someone who has never seen an anime before. This is not a beginner anime to get into.
No. You gotta be versed. You gotta have been doing this for a number of years.
Yeah. To get it, to roll with some of the
really
things that
get
happen.
it. I think you just wouldn't like it. Like, I think you'd be annoyed by it if you didn't get it.
If you don't get the humor, it just comes across as cringy and just like, what am I watching? Like, this is weird.
Yeah. Like, if you didn't watch anime and I just had the audio on and you just heard it from another room, you'd be like, what the fuck is going on in there? Yeah. So that's my final note. For an anime watcher, 10 out of 10 for me, but for a non-anime watcher, could frighten them away from anime even more. Could do more damage.
Yeah. They could be like, is this what all anime's like? No. This is weird for an anime.
And that's why we like it.
Or I should say, anime can get pretty weird. It's one of the weirder popular animes.
Yeah. There's something there, though it is so weird. There's more to it than weirdness. It's honestly crazy how it blends weirdness with like great character moments as much as it does.
It can be serious. Like, it can take itself seriously when it wants to.
Yeah.
And that's what I think kind of helps it, is it's like very sincere with it, where like you can never tell when it's trying to be funny or when it's just trying to be itself. Like, it's not doing things to necessarily get a laugh. It's just like, it's gonna make you laugh because this character's acting crazy.
Yeah, I laughed a bunch out loud, like practically like the Barbie movie, just me laughing in my living room, just at like stupid shit, like stuff that isn't even really all that funny, but it just is. I don't know how else to describe it.
I like the part when he dresses up as a woman. There's like a maid to sneak into the Nazi base. This giant, muscular 6-foot dude.
Yeah, it's great. It's
oh, hello, boys.
And he's just doing the bit. Yeah, and his voice is it's riddled with shit like that. Riddled with it. Even at the most serious of times, it can be a very serious moment, and it'll be like, time to be goofy. One more little thing I'm gonna say, and then we probably should cut her off. But I also like that you can tell that they recorded this like together. Like, you know how nowadays like people don't record together at a time. Like there are times where there was one scene in particular where a vampire was like rah, 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 and Joseph responded doing the same voice, and I was like, you wouldn't get that if you guys didn't record together this scene.
Yeah, if you weren't in the same room. Yeah.
Right. You can tell like they're at least doing it together. Maybe not in the same room even, but at least like us right now. Like they're together. They're not recording separately. Some animes you can tell that like the way people respond to each other, it's like, this works, but it doesn't sound natural.
They're not recording in the same room or the same time as anyone else.
Yeah.
That they're delivering their lines
to.
Yeah.
You can tell with this, and I think that's cool. I don't know if they still do it, because I'd say these episodes are at least 10 years plus old now, but
oh yeah.
Noticeable, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate this show. That's where I'll end on
It's a great
JoJo's Bizarre
show.
Adventure.
Check it
Season
out
1.
if you like anime and you haven't watched it already.
And if you have, let us know if you like it. Talk
Yeah.
to us. We'll talk to you back sometimes here and there. How about it?